The latest technology to kill us is microplastics. Itty bitty, microscopic, smaller than a pinhead plastics. And they're worried about it because when they have been doing research on where can we find this? Everywhere. And it's blowing in the wind. Yes, and if you go to places that have high pollution in it, like say Calcutta, New Delhi, China, Mexico City, and you start taking air samples and you're finding plastic in the air. Ouch. What does that mean? They don't know. But when you start finding it in the air, in the water, in the food, cattle are eating it, on the vegetables. How much of this is being taken up by our food products? Somebody says, besides water and minerals, what else are taking up in that stuff? Well, plastic contains, it's not all the same. It's oil, but there's so much else put into it. How this will affect human health, because right now we're looking at human health, then we can look at cattle and chickens and pigs and have like that thing. But they're finding it in just about everything. They're worried. How will that clog our blood? How will it affect with because it's a chemical, multi-chemical plastics out there. And you go into things like Calcutta where people are wearing masks there and they're still breathing in this stuff. Well, good experiments for this, folks, where you have a lot of pollution. Then you can do is, when the person dies, you can open them up and see how much damage the plastic has been doing. And they think that because it's plastic is made up of different types of plastic, different things, and how it's released. We may have another problem on our hands. Well, actually, we do have another problem because it's found in the oceans. It's found in fish. It's found in oysters, because oysters filter the food. How it's building up. Is it going to be like lung cancer, throat cancer, nose cancer? And is this, as it's in the blood, it's really micro in the blood, will they clump? It's like, yes, we're breathing this stuff in, it's bringing in our lungs, and it's getting into our blood, and how will the liver and kidney filter this stuff out, or will it clump? And if it clumps, how much damage is it going to do? Being it's non-organic, just a chemical, how will it break down in the human blood? How will it break down in animal blood? The cows who eat the stuff, it's in the milk. It's like, oh boy, have we screwed up stuff. Of course, we may not live long enough to really find out how much damage it is, but it's something like lung cancer. Not everybody dies quickly from lung cancer. It's a long period over time before your lungs are coated to the point of dying. But with plastic you're breathing in, how that is going to affect the human health will be flushed out of the body. Will your kidney get rid of it, your liver get rid of it. They're finding it in your they will find it in my bowels. They will find it in my system, and slice and dice where you live. If you live on the Chicago, if you live on the west side of Chicago, O'Hare Airport, the air is totally different than you live on the east side of O'Hare Airport. And if you don't believe me, I live around there, and when the wind changes direction, you can smell the airplane fumes. And how that affects, how will it affect engines, electronics. Will it clump? And if it does clump, then how deadly is it? If it clumps in the human artery system, you get dead bodies. How fast it passes through the stuff. If it is being found in the stools of humans or animals, how fast does it pass through the body? Yes. Well, don't watch this thing. Well, somebody's going to sue somebody over this. Oh, yeah? I don't think so. You can sue the manufacturer all you want. Yes. Oh, it's going to kill us. Yeah, if the radiation doesn't do it first. Or stuff we eat, stuff we smoke, stuff we drink. Oh, I used to be in a soft pop business, bottling water and or bottling soda, and the stuff is super clean, super filtered in that. And the thing is, how this is getting into the groundwater system, because it's in your lakes. If you're in Lake Michigan, you have this, you're drinking this stuff. It's being in your cooking food. How soon does it is found in well water? Now there are wells in Chicago. Not everybody is on city water. So how far will it get into the groundwater system? Again, will it clump? If it clumps, you got real problem. Then you have to find something to declump it. Our science. Oh, it's something God never made. That's right. God didn't make plastic, folks. We made plastic, but God didn't make plastic like we make plastic. And God doesn't pollute like we do. Oh, do we pollute? And does God recycle? Yes. But man doesn't recycle that much. Oh, we're trying to. But again, back to microplastic. And some of this stuff will disintegrate within weeks. And some of these stuff will not disintegrate within months. But plastic does disintegrate. Everything you have made out of plastic, you can crack it after a certain time. Even your fenders on your car. And of course, yeah, they become brittle. But what can I say? Okay, I think that's enough for this one.